Hello from Gardening at Douentza here in Ireland, and here's a little update on my Cattleya babies and how they're doing. Well, some of you might remember back in April when I got a whole queen of baby plants from Orchids and More in Germany. And what happened was I ordered Cattleya Rex and Cattleya gigas, or warscewiczii, there's the name, as babies, as seedling plants. And the only reason why I ordered them as seedlings is, I wasn't really looking for a particular challenge. It was just the only way I could get my hands on these plants that I really wanted. So I potted them up, and I've put them together in this tray with the other Cattleya babies I have. Now, I started off by putting them on a south-facing window, as I do with my Cattleyas, but as you can see, I sustained some burns. So I quickly moved the babies again to a south-facing window, but this time one with a bit of frosted glass, and they've done much better there. And I put them in this tray with, humidity pebbles down the bottom, and I don't know, there seems to be safety in numbers anyway, but they seem to be doing much better with the whole lot of them together like this, perhaps increasing humidity, etc. So I'm just going to do a very little brief run through what I have here. And the one I just showed you the label for, the gigas one, you may recall that I had 5 small plants back in April from Orchids and More, and most of them are now putting up new growth. There's one there, around the back here there's a new growth there, and that one, this one here has a new growth, and this 4th one over here is, I think it has a new growth as well, but I can't really see it just now. There were 5 of them because I swapped one of them with somebody, and this is what I got in its stead, and it's a seedling of Chyong Swan. So, well, that's good because I don't really need 5 gigas. It's good to swap them off. The Cattleya Rex that I got at the same time are doing very well. There's 1, 2, again that's a bit of sunburn from the initial mistake I made, and the 3rd one, which is doing quite well and has sent up this nice new growth. So well, there's, and see that there, that was the sunburn from having them too near the window at the beginning. So they're doing really well, and I can look forward to something nice from there. So what else have I got in this little tray? I have a gaskelliana, which is 2 years old and came quite small, but this one is doing well and putting on new growths. If only I can see them. And at the same time as I got the gaskelliana, I got this dowiana. Now, they were about the same size when I got them, but look at the difference. And the problem is that this dowiana is very susceptible to root rot. And you see I have a little new growth coming up there. Now, that's not the first new growth I've had from dowiana, but what has happened before is I've managed to rot out the new growth, kind of sending the plant back to square one. You see that there? I think that was a new growth that I rotted out a few years ago. So dowiana is quite a tricky one, and if you want the plant, and if you can afford to buy like a flowering size plant, I really do recommend it because it's quite tricky. And to actually, grow one of these tricky ones from a seedling to flowering size is tricky. How many times did I use tricky in that sentence? What else have I got there? Oh yeah, 2 more things to show you. This Laelia crispa is 2 years old. It seems to be doing well, growing nice and sturdy. And then I have this Brassada, Orange Delight I think it was. And when I got it, I was quite delighted because, can you see the leaves there? Let's take this one. this kind of striping on it. And I thought, ooh, it's a variegated orchid, that's good. Now I'm not so sure. Now I'm thinking maybe it's some kind of mineral deficiency. But the plant seems okay. I've just repotted this, did it yesterday. And that's the very last of my orchids to be repotted for this year, which I'm delighted about because that was a mammoth task. So it's doing quite well, but well, I guess I'll see over time. So that's just my little video on the Cattleya seedling baby update, and I hope you liked it, and do subscribe and tune back in again to see how these guys do over time. I expect and hope for great things for them. Thanks very much for watching. Bye!